Welcome to the September Priority Report. In this month's issue, I will provide an update on our fall advocacy agenda, talk about CUNA and MCUL awareness campaigns, and share a few product ideas from CU Solutions Group. But first, I want to draw attention to the League's current fundraiser for the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Late last month, our friend Hank Hubbard, CEO of One Detroit Credit Union, challenged us here at the League to the Kiki Challenge, the viral social media movement based on Drake's In My Feelings song. We accepted Hank's challenge, and the MCUL and CUSG video can be seen on our social media channels now. I have to admit that when Hank first challenged us, I struggled with the why behind the challenge, but once I saw the videos produced by One Detroit Credit Union and Public Service Credit Union, I realized that this was a way to promote our brands in a fun and engaging way with our great team members here at MCUL and CUSG. We had a lot of fun with this, and MCUL has now taken the opportunity to challenge all of our Michigan credit unions to produce their own In My Feelings video as a way to raise funds for CMN hospitals. So for every video published, the League will contribute $500 to the Children's Hospital of the credit union's choice. And if you want to commit some matching dollars on top of that, that's obviously even better. The League video has had over 5,000 views in just its first week, and already 10 credit unions have accepted our challenge to produce their own video. That means we're already at $5,000 for Credit Unions for Kids and CMN hospitals after just 1 week. If you choose to participate, once you posted your video, please email us to let us know so that we can get the funds directed to the proper hospital as part of this CMN network. Now, this challenge will be open until the end of the year, so let's have some fun and see how much the Michigan credit union community can raise for children's hospitals while also promoting their brands in a very fun way with this effort. Now, you may be watching this update as our governmental affairs team and I make our way to Washington, D.C. for our annual Hike the Hill event. This year, we have over 22 credit unions sending representatives to D.C. with us. Year after year, we've seen how building relationships with our lawmakers and their staff can make a real difference. I'm excited for another opportunity this month as we engage in discussions on data breach, the STATES Act or cannabis banking issues, and preserving the credit union tax-exempt status, as well as engaging with the NCUA and CFPB on regulatory issues. Also, as you know, credit unions' tax status remains under threat. Last month's article in the Wall Street Journal is illustrative of the continuation of bankers' continued attack on our credit union tax-exempt status. As Congress considers the content raised in these attacks, it's our job to continue to educate lawmakers on the importance of our not-for-profit tax status. The same tax exemption that received support from all members of Michigan's congressional delegation less than a year ago. We need to be vigilant on this issue. Make sure that your credit union is sending representatives to grassroots advocacy events like Hike the Hill, as well as our Michigan GAC and the CUNA GAC, as well as participating in the political fundraising that is part of this process. On this topic, you might enjoy watching my latest CEO Connect video titled Bankers, Open Your Eyes. In this CU Insight article and associated video, I point out that bankers continue to attack credit unions and seek the repeal of the credit union tax-exempt status, even as they suffer from their own negative brand issues. I suggest that their associations and their bankers, whom they represent, should open their eyes to the real reason for credit unions' growth and success. That is, that our people just like us and trust us more than bank customers trust their banks. They would be wise to stop trying to regulate away their competition and instead find ways to improve their products and services. On the state side, right after Labor Day, there was a hearing regarding the e-notary bill SB 664, and right now this bill is on pace for passage by the State House. Assuming all goes well, we'll have it passed out of the legislature in October. We're also hoping that lien holder notification legislation is on the same pace. As these two bills come up this fall, I ask that you be ready to voice your support for both pieces of legislation, should we need it. On the regulatory front, as I mentioned in last month's priority report, The League has been working with the Department of Insurance and Financial Services, as well as an outside legal counsel, to resolve the loss of group tax exemption notification that was received by many Michigan state-chartered credit unions. We've contacted outside legal counsel to work closely with us and the IRS income taxpayer advocate to identify the cause of this notification and how we can find a resolution. Should you receive multiple notices, please continue to provide the League and DIFS with a copy. We'll continue to update the industry on our efforts and any developments on this issue. Right now, we're not overly concerned, but we want to be watchful in making sure that we get this issue resolved. Now, earlier this month, the League submitted comments to the NCUA addressing its supplemental rule to delay the effective date of the risk-based capital rule. The letter focused on the need for a delay beyond the proposed date of January 1, 2020, as well as utilizing this delayed timeframe to consult with state regulators about implementing the prompt corrective action provisions under the rule. We also took the opportunity to address the need for access to supplemental capital in advance of an effective date. While in D.C., the team has a meeting scheduled with Chairman McWatters of the NCUA to discuss these and other issues. We have a good track record with Chairman McWatters, and we can always count on the meetings to be productive, so we're looking forward to that very much. We also have a meeting planned with the CFPB to discuss their overall rulemaking agenda and key credit union issues, including HMDA and overdraft programs, and their potential attempt to overregulate them in light of the two Democratic senators who have introduced legislation, Sherrod Brown and Cory Booker's legislation, that would limit overdraft protection programs offered by credit unions and banks. We also continue to join CUNA in advocating for credit unions on the ADA website accessibility issue, both with the Justice Department and on the judicial side, as Michigan credit unions are parties to these frivolous lawsuits. Now, in Michigan, the Sixth Circuit Federal Court recently denied the credit union's motions to dismiss, which means those cases continue on to the next step. Along with CUNA and CUNA Mutual, the League is working with the credit unions that are considering an appeal. While the cases are still pending, the denial of the credit union's motion to dismiss the case is a minor win for the other side, which we believe has sparked another round of lawsuit threats, unfortunately, with Michigan credit unions and probably with credit unions across the country. So we have learned recently that credit unions are again receiving letters relating to website accessibility threatening legal action. Should you receive a demand letter, we encourage you to send a copy of the letter to your bond carrier and legal counsel. Please also send a copy to Sarah Stevenson here at the League. We continue to monitor the legal activity and will be active on this issue, of course. Now, switching to cooperative advertising or cooperative awareness campaigns. As you probably heard, CUNA recently announced the Open Your Eyes to a Credit Union national advertising campaign, which seeks to promote the credit union difference as a means of strengthening advocacy efforts and helping credit unions grow. While this is a fundamental purpose of almost any credit union association, launching a national awareness campaign will be challenging for many reasons. Individual credit union branding will always dominate credit union marketing budgets. There is a limit to how much credit unions of any size will commit to building awareness of the generic credit union brand versus their own. And cooperative advertising campaigns have been done in various states over the years, and many have been discontinued or limited for a variety of reasons. Of course, here in Michigan, we have found, with your help, a successful formula that is based on local credit union participation in every step of the process, from the funding formula to the media considerations, the media spends, and the amount of dollars spent region by region. I believe that a significant majority of credit unions understand the importance of advocacy in Washington and in state capitals. And credit union leaders understand that telling their story and the industry's story are integral parts of the foundation for gaining lawmaker and regulator support on these issues. So CUNA's Open Your Eyes to a Credit Union campaign shouldn't be just about helping people to understand eligibility and value of membership. It is also about understanding what makes credit unions different and special and why that needs to be preserved and protected. It ties directly to successful advocacy efforts. In my CEO Connect article and associated video this month, in addition to encouraging bankers to focus on the real problems, which are their service issues, not the credit union tax exempt status, I point out what I think the important elements are for a successful national awareness campaign. The Michigan Credit Union League plans to support CUNA's efforts both by integrating our CU Link Michigan campaign into the messaging associated with Open Your Eyes, and by providing our input and guidance to help with efforts throughout the country. In the meantime, we appreciate our credit union's strong support for the CU Link Michigan Cooperative Awareness Campaign, and we look forward to enhancing that campaign, working with CUNA to see how we can integrate with the national effort. Now let me shift to the Michigan Credit Union Foundation. The National Youth Involvement Board recently reported the nationwide results of credit unions' impact in youth financial education over the last year. I'm very happy to say that Michigan was once again a top state in the number of youth education sessions, logging over 3,700 presentations, which reached over 90,000 students. As a state, Michigan ranked first overall in the number of presentations given and second to Texas in the number of students reached. This is even more impressive when you consider that the state of Texas has more than double the number of credit unions that we have here in Michigan. This shows the tremendous commitment that our Michigan credit union community has for financial education and youth financial education in particular. Remember that statistics like these are very useful when we talk to lawmakers and regulators, whether it's at events in DC like our Hike the Hill or at chapter events with local lawmakers. These numbers help us communicate the credit union difference and the impact that credit unions are having in their communities. And now for an update from our education department. Looking at our education and events calendar in October, the League is happy to announce the new call center conference. For this event, our friends at MSU Federal Credit Union and LAFCU have both enthusiastically opened their doors to our conference attendees, giving them a chance to tour both of the credit union's call centers. This event evolved from a member credit union writing to us in October of last year asking if the League offered any kind of a call center-based conference. It turns out this was a widely shared interest from our members, so we went to work on putting a conference like that together, and it continues again this year. Your feedback is very important to how we shape our events, so please keep sharing your thoughts with us. Also, if your credit union would be interested in opening the doors to your call center for our attendees in a future conference, let us know that as well. And finally, turning attention to CU Solutions Group, I want to cover several topics in the areas of credit union technology, marketing, and HR performance. Beginning with technology. Distributed denial of service, or DDoS attacks, continue to pose a security threat to credit unions nationwide. Just last month, CU Times reported that 57% of all DDoS attacks now target financial services providers. These are sophisticated cyber attacks that disrupt a network's online services by overwhelming it with high-volume traffic. For credit unions, these are dangerous distractions that can hide fraud, aid in the installment of malware, or open a breach to steal financial assets and member data. So CUSG Technology Solutions currently has more than 300 web design and hosting clients across the nation. When we discuss web projects with credit unions, our clients often focus on the look, feel, and function of the new site. But just as important is that CUSG maintains effective controls over the security, integrity, and confidentiality of all of its hosted sites. So if you're already a web client of CUSG, thank you for your business. If you're interested in a provider that understands the marketing and technology and security features that are so important for great web and mobile solutions, please talk to our team about how we can serve you better. Additionally, Technology Solutions continues to work with its partner Access Softec to boost sales and performance of its mobile banking apps, Mobile Finance Manager and Orpheus. Our latest discussions with Access Softec have been an attempt to create a stronger channel between MFM and LifeSteps Wallet. And as a result, future developments will include a single sign-on, as well as new forms of authentication and data sharing, which will be an added value to members for both the mobile banking app provided by Access Softec and CUSG's proprietary LifeSteps Wallet app. Now, taking a look at marketing solutions, it's no secret that the past 10 or even 5 years have drastically changed marketing and advertising. And I know that it's a major investment for credit unions to stay up to speed with the latest technology capabilities, especially for the small and mid-sized credit unions. So, CUSG's commitment to the credit union community is to make new marketing tools accessible and affordable for all credit unions. It's what we've done with our LifeSteps Wallet product line, and it's what we continue to do with our newest Focus IQ marketing partner, Velasys. As many of you may know, Velasys is a nationwide leader in marketing communications. In fact, many of our CUSG clients currently use their direct mail and digital advertising services. Leveraging Velasys technology, our Focus IQ marketing team now provides credit unions with an integrated turnkey offering for smart cross-channel media campaigns. Through this new service, based on the products or services chosen by your credit union, Focus IQ will be using big data to first target, then anticipate the interests and behaviors of current and potential credit union members. These data-driven insights are going to allow credit unions to engage individuals with customized, consistent experiences across multiple channels, including direct mail, email, digital advertising, dynamic mobile, and in-store advertising. Now, speaking of reaching new audiences, next month, for the second year in a row, our partner Gas Station TV is working with CUSG and credit union leagues across the country, including the Michigan Credit Union League, to offer 1 week of free credit union advertising across the country on the Gas Station TV platform. This week of free advertising will coincide with International Credit Union Day. If you're interested in combining this with your credit union's own custom advertising spend on the Gas Station TV platform to get more bang for your buck, talk to your league rep or contact someone else here in our Marketing Solutions division, and we'll be able to tell you more about how to maximize your credit union's opportunity in conjunction with this Gas Station TV spend during International Credit Union Week. Finally, CUSG Performance Solutions is putting the last touches on a product called Governese, the new web-based solution for managing and modernizing board governance policies. The feedback we've heard from events like our leadership development conferences and executive summit is that credit unions are looking for solutions that can anticipate the challenges that CEOs and their boards commonly face with regard to governance practices. In my own experience as a CEO, I look to my individual board members to be strategic advisors. I know that their feedback on my plans and proposed direction are going to make MCUL and CUSG stronger and more effective. But I also acknowledge that proper planning, trust, and accountability, all the things that make for a healthy CEO and board relationship, are easier said than done. In preparing for the fourth quarter rollout of Governese, CUSG has talked with credit unions and industry experts to identify governance pain points and barriers. Based on these talks, we've developed a web-based platform that makes it easier to identify and select governance policies that suit the individual needs of each credit union. We currently have more than 40 comprehensive policies in a user-friendly and customizable format that address areas like CEO succession, the role and responsibility of the board and CEO, conflicts of interest, financial literacy and governance assessments, and many, many more. Developing a culture of openness and unity through an effective decision-making framework is vital for any credit union's long-term success. And we think that Governese will be a significant tool for credit unions in need of such a framework. But it's important to note that products like Governese will only become the valuable tools credit unions need if we're hearing their feedback. So as we work to finalize this product, Governese, we welcome your insights and input so that we can make the product as good as it can be for the credit unions who will buy it and use it. Well, that's it from this month's issue of Priority Report. As always, if you have questions or input about anything that I covered, please reach out and let me know. And thank you again for your time and consideration. We'll look forward to giving you another update next month.